The dog is man's best friend, but the question of how the fierce wolf became the friendly Labrador has been debated for several decades. One of the most dominant theories is that wolves essentially domesticated themselves. They started scavenging human rubbish piles, and the less fearful, more docile wolves eventually evolved into dogs. However, brand new research provides incredibly compelling evidence for the alternative theory that domestication was human-initiated, with humans taking a more direct role. This is Stora Karla, a tiny isolated island in the Baltic Sea off the coast of Sweden. During the Neolithic and Bronze Age, between roughly 3,000 to 5,000 years ago, this island was extensively used for fishing and seal hunting. This island is so remote that it has no naturally occurring land mammals, so anything found there has to have been brought there by people by boat. So when archaeologists discovered two canid skeletons dating to 3,000 to 5,000 years ago, an important question had to be answered. Were these early domesticated dogs? The researchers examined the remains in three ways: genetics, diet, and the physical evidence, and the results are absolutely fascinating. Firstly, the DNA. If these were early dogs, some familiar domestic dog ancestry would be seen. However, the genome revealed that they were 100% grey wolves, indistinguishable from other ancient Eurasian wolves, with absolutely zero shared ancestry with domesticated dogs. So they're definitely not dogs. However, everything else seemed to scream that these were domesticated dogs. Interestingly, their genome-wide heterozygosity, which is an indicator for genetic diversity, was low for wolves, and instead comparable to that of dogs. Secondly, the diet. Stable isotope analysis, which can reveal what an animal eats, revealed that these wolves had a very rich marine protein diet. Wolves do not regularly hunt seals or fish, but this diet is consistent with the humans who would have occupied the island, suggesting that the humans were sharing their food with them. Finally, the physical evidence. The skeletal size was at the lower end of what is usually observed in wolves, and when animals are domesticated, they tend to end up being smaller than their wild counterparts. Also, the wolf dated to the Bronze Age showed extensive damage in a limb bone, which would have severely limited its mobility, and the fact that it survived suggests that it was cared for. The occurrence of an unusually marine-based diet, small size, and reduced genetic diversity are all indicators of domestication, and the existence of these in this geographically isolated context, which can only be reached by boat with no native land mammals, suggests that in this case, these prehistoric humans had control over the wolves. This discovery gives us a huge window into the human-initiated domestication, where humans deliberately manage wolves over thousands of years. What do you think? Were these Neolithic wolves pets? And how do you think this particular process occurred? Let me know in the comments below, and please like and subscribe for more archaeology content.